Okay, so Marcy has been, has over 20 years experience as a medical surgical wound care in adolescent and elderly care, psychiatric management, patient family services, and oncology, registered nursing. Let me clear my throat. Cultivating a brand of expertise as an artisan empath. She continues to fulfill her purpose by providing products and services for the body, mind, and spirit. She not only is surviving an autonomic nervous system and challenges of this era, but thriving in the midst of the storm. She uses a unique combination of angelic tarot, elemental astrology, and numerology cards, fused with over 20 years of psychology and nursing experience to gain most insight. She begins by relaxing into your session, exploring what messages the cards have for you, and then fuses them into a cohesive meaning for the stage in your life. You can find her at RomSant Utopian -or.org, and she is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And welcome to the stage. And tonight she's going to be talking about, are you happy with your life? So you have the stage for a half hour. Enjoy.
All right. Hi. Okay, I'm Marcella, and it's nice to be here with everyone. So are you happy with your life? Is everything or all the pieces there that you want to be there? And are they aligned in the order in which you want them aligned? So if you're not sure, you can step back and kind of think of it as one of those out-of-body experiences where, you know, as you've seen on maybe a movie or heard about or read about in a book, where you're hovering above yourself, but you're not only hovering above yourself, you're hovering above everything, right? So if you picture your microcosm, right? So I call myself the microcosm refraction specialist. And all that means is that your microcosm is like having a marble, right? So that marble belongs to you. That marble you can hold in your hand, and it has everything, all your history, everything about you from the past and the present, all of that's there in that marble. And it's a bag full, you drop it in a bag full, or a vat actually full of marbles. That's your microcosm in the universe of things, right? So you're going to look at that and you're going to see, okay, in that world, in your world, is everything where you want it to be? Is it at the level that you want it to be at? Are you working towards something else? Okay. Also, you want to keep in mind where you've been, where you came from. Okay. So it's not always a linear line. It's usually not a linear line. It's usually full of twists and turns and branches that weave out. Just yours, let alone your family, right? So you think of a family tree, let alone that family tree. Your singular tree would create a whole map, right? And so within this map, you know, if it's more of a branchy map or a linear map with maybe a few lines, is there someplace you're heading, right? And are you, even if you're heading someplace else, are you happy at this given spot? Like if you had to plot your location on a map, are you happy in that spot? Can you say that you have enough respect and gratefulness of what's in that life right now, that it causes this immense gratitude and happiness throughout, right? And if the answer is no, then we want to take a look at it. We want to see where you're having that disconnect. Did it start? Where did it start? You know, did it start way back there? Did it start a few miles ago? Did it start just recently? Right? A few blocks back, you know, and unpack that. And then figure out, after we unpack that, figure out then where we're headed and how we're going to get there. So that's what I do. That's one of the things I do. Another component is I'm a nurse, as we know. I've taken care of patients with cancer and worked in cancer research for over 10 years at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital. I've taken care of the elderly with Penn Life Center, with School of Nursing. They're all encompassing care. Adolescents within psychiatric hospitals. So I do assist people who are ill, whether it's with their own illness or whether it's with the illness of a loved one. So if you're the caretaker, and even if you're not the primary caretaker, if that is impacting you because it's a loved one, then that's something you would need to work through and you may need some assistance with. So I also help people navigate the medical institutions so that they can get the care that they need. Because sometimes, you know, physicians have the best of intentions, but sometimes they don't listen fully because they're challenged in a capacity way. Like there's so many cases coming in and there's all these barriers and things. So I help you work through that. So there's a lot of facets, but we unpack it in different ways. But I also use the elemental cards, which are like heavens and earth and water and sky, you know, and I also use the astrology cards with the tarot and numerology cards. So it's a 4-card reading along with unpacking all of these things and assisting in whatever it is that you need assistance with. And then we can have ongoing or singular sessions, but I can work with you on pricing and things like that. So those are things that if you go to RomSant Utopian -or.org, which I'll put in the chat, you can message me and tell me that you've been here, and we would work out a plan for you. And that would be reasonable for you. So those are the things that I do. But again, it's about figuring out what it is that you need. And sometimes you think you know what you need, but you just need confirmation of that. You know, there's 30-minute sessions, there's 60-minute sessions, so that you get a brief confirmation of what it is that you need. But if you need something more than that, I'm here. So as far as my own personal, from a medical standpoint, I've explained that personally. So I've been on that side, the treatment side, and I'm also on the patient side of things. So I understand where you're coming from that side, because I have autonomic nervous system disease, and that came from the lupus. So lupus affects or can impact every organ system. Mine has. And the last thing that it impacted was my autonomic nervous system, which is, it controls all your automatic functions. So your heart, your lungs, all your things that you don't think about, like circulatory system, your digestive system, everything. So those things that work automatically. So those things go haywire. It's I'm medically retired, just meaning that I can't work outside of the home, but this is what I do because I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse at heart. I've been a nurse. That's part of my identity. It's part of who I am. And I've enjoyed, and I continue to enjoy being a nurse and helping people, and doing what I do. So that's why I'm here. So that's my purpose. So yes, but I want to help you to get to where you're going, and where you want to be, and fulfill your purpose. If you have any questions, if you want to put it in the chat here, I'll answer any questions that you may have. And I'll put the website in the chat as well. All right. So any questions that you may have, please type them in. I'm not sure if I'm answering everything, but hopefully I've answered most of what, it's hard to tell you exactly. I can't put up a bullet point on exactly what it is, because there's a broad array of things that we do, and how we interact and how we approach getting you to where you want to be. But it all boils down to those components that I laid out, is us identifying the issue, and we have to unpack things in order to identify the issue. And then after identifying the issue, figuring out where you want to be, and how we're going to get you there, considering what we just unpacked. I'm just looking here to see if you have any questions, but that's basically it. It sounds like it's simple, but it's not so simple, right? There's a lot that goes into it, and it's a simple process that isn't simple, but with the right guidance, it can be very simple. I hope to talk to you guys. I will be in my room, my breakout room, for a bit after this session. So if you want to join me in the breakout room for a free 5-minute session, please join me in there. Also, the half-an-hour sessions are typically $88. I'm doing them for $30 tonight. So you can also book a 30-minute session if you'd like. And otherwise, you can go to the website, and you would just send me a message again and just let me know that you had joined us here, and I'll give you 50% off of what the price is for your first session, depending on whatever you like to do, as far as a 30 or 60-minute session to start. So that's my time. I don't know, I'm trying to see where our little moderator went, because I don't have any questions right now. Let's see. Feel free to jump in. know I hate having dead air. So I'm sure you don't want to know anything else about me. I think we I think we are set. I think we are coming back online here. Wow. Oh, I know what one thing I can mention is that we also, because what you put in your body is just as important as what you put on your body, especially considering with patients with autoimmune diseases, patients on chemotherapy, um, if you just have sensitive skin, or if you're vegan, or if you have Crohn's disease, you can't put anything on that has um, any kind of wheat byproduct. I do make all natural, handcrafted, plant-based skincare and hair care products. That's what I use on my skin. So even though I have lots of skin issues, my skin looks clear because I had to develop my own products many years ago that I used on myself. And then, of course, it kind of went from there, giving it to people and people loving it. And now I have time to actually handcraft, and you can find those things on the website as well. You can check that out as well. And this is, let's see here. Vina, let's see, we have Avina and Wendy. Let's see, anybody have any questions? I love to get to know you.
I'd like to talk to you offline.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
about your background, because I have some questions.
Oh, yes, yes.
What you're going through. I think it's relevant, but I don't want to do it in a public forum.
Oh, definitely. Hi.
So I'll contact you.
Oh, definitely. Yes, because I'll be in the in room 6 after this. So I'll go to room 6.
Okay.
I think you have to check in at that breakout room, the one that says free 5 minutes. So you go there and you just let them know you want to talk to me.
Okay.
And then they'll send you in one at a time to do that.
Okay.
And yeah. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Hi, it's nice to meet you. Yes, I don't hear you though. Let's see, your mic's off.
There's only 6 people. I left, it was 18.
Oh, yeah, yes. You know why? Because I ran out of things to say. I know. I said I'd wing it, and then it's like, okay, well, enough about me. And then I wanted to talk to everybody about what it is. So did you hear most of it?
No, I just tuned in just now.
Oh, okay.
But I'll get the recording because I paid for the recording.
Oh, okay. Yes. I was going to say, we do the personal and, counseling and things like that. But it's about just being happy. This discussion was about being happy about where you are. Are you happy with your life right now? No. And, if you look at your life, if you kind of hover above it, right? And you have your little microcosm of life. You have all your family, all your past, present in here in this ball, right? This is you, and this is yours, right? And you think of it, you drop it in a vat full of marbles, right? And so all those marbles, and it's nice to see you, Anthony, is you drop it in all those marbles, and then, you know, but you're still looking at your life, and you're able to say, okay, am I happy with everything? Is everything in place where I want it to be? And do I have everything in it that I want? And if the answer is yes, then that's great. That's wonderful. Is there a place that you want to go from here? Do you have plans for a place to go from here? Like, you know, and how are you going to get there? Right. So you can work on that. But always keeping in mind that you want to always be happy where you are, right? And take that joy and happiness there, and keep it along the way as you move through that path, and enjoy each moment on that path, right? And it's easier said than done, right? It's like, yeah. So, you know, that's, you know, sounds easy, but it's not always that easy. So it takes a lot. It takes sometimes, like we say, it takes a village to raise our children. It takes a lot of time and effort and support to actually keep that momentum in doing that, right? And sometimes you look at things and you go, no, I'm not happy with this. Right. And you say, okay, now we need to find out why. Where did we veer off from happiness? Was it like way back, you know, in our childhood that we kind of carried through? Or was it like, you know, a couple miles ago, you know, a couple years ago? Was it a month ago? You know, so when did that start? And what happened there? Why? You know, and unpacking that. And then being able to now, after we unpack that and resolve that, then make a plan and move forward, right? So I use my nursing background, which I was did all kinds of things in nursing, whether it be oncology nursing, psych nursing, you know, all kinds of nursing for over 20 years. I'm a registered nurse. And then I also done the card readings, but also just the natural innate empath, being able to tap into those energies of someone else, but also the environmental energies, right? Because we're doing this virtually, whether you're doing it virtually or sitting across the room, you still need to tap in, right? So that makes a difference. And then just being able to incorporate that with the 4-card reading and unpacking everything. And then also bringing in those elements of nursing. So those are important. So yeah, so that's basically everything in a nutshell. So let's see here. I know this 30 minutes is see this. I think this is the longest 30 minutes I've ever had. Can't wait to talk to you. But yeah, and I like talking to people one-on-one, and I like seeing faces. So this is like working with my hands behind my back. So, and I know our teacher who went before me, you know, she's used to this. But for me, I'm like, I'm used to working off of someone else's energy. So yeah, this is a little different for me. But yeah. So in general, let's see, who else do we have? We have anybody else here? So Vina, I guess we'll wait and talk in room 6. I think they might have forgotten about me. I think, what time is it now? So it's 8:30. They did. So it's almost 8:30. So let's see here. Oh, there's Sheri. Hey, Sheri.
Yes.
Hello, Sheri.
Are we done?
Huh? Oh, my savior. Here you are. Oh, yes. So
Okay.
yes,
Okay, are we complete here?
yes, we are.
All right, beautiful. And we're gonna be looking for our next speaker. So we have Wendy here,
Mhm,
Avina, who's been with us all day, Hannah Sands and Vicky. Cool
mhm.
beans. So
Yes.
awesome. So we're gonna allow Angela to come out to the stage, and then
Yes.
you have a break for about a half hour, 30, 40 minutes, and then we'll come back out here as a panel and we'll recap the day.
Mhm. So I'm gonna go in my room. I know Wendy wanted to join me in my room.
Yep, you are available for Q&A right now in your room for
Mhm,
30
yes.
minutes for number 6.
Uh-huh. All right.
So,
See you there.
you know how to go there?
Yeah. Mhm.
All right.